Okay, now let's go to all the active list coins. I'll change it to 3-day scale. I would like to hide all the drawings for now because you have the picture actually, you don't need it, but we'll see. Um, okay, again this week, couple of points, very few points that what you're going to see that different coins are going to make move on different days, and practically it's impossible to have all the coins, and practically it's impossible to chase all the pumps, right? And anyone who tries to chase pump um, might be late or might not, I mean, get in when it is the pump is over or something like that. Strategy wise, you may reserve some 5-10% or whatever x% little amount, maybe reserve amount for anything that is pumping. That can be a strategy. So for an example, you might have certain coin for longer term, which is trend based, approach A, for an example, swing trading, right? And then certain percentage of your portfolio might be for approach B, where you look for, resistance by resistance. You do so it's approach B, and maybe little amount for anything that is pumping. So that is like you just take an advantage. If something you see it's rising quickly, get in and then get out. So that can be a strategy. But point is, it can be done for small amount in my opinion, not for whole entire portfolio, because that's a greater risk. So this can be an idea that you could have a portfolio divided into three different strategies. Or now you have actually one more option, which with the indicator that some funds can be allocated for automated trading, because now we are going with a new feature. Okay, I'll not get into that in this call. Let's continue with the coin. So this is 3-day scale. I will go through all these coins alphabetically. Now I think my style remains the same at this moment, because the coins are not making new high. When the coins start making new high, then we'll talk about next level and so on. Right now it's all about regaining what it lost, right? And we'll see different coin with a different pace. So there's no race, but every week you could have a checkpoint and say, okay, now you can say, do should I reshuffle my portfolio or not? And you may do it, right? But not every other day based on what coin is pumping. So I think weekly review makes sense to me. Right, so 1 inch, this is 3-day. Now again, it is getting, if you draw a line, a simple line from here, you'll get that this is the level where you see some resistance, right? And then it will try to break above. So today it's up by 4%, which is good. Now you can expect it to break above because it tried already this level, so this time it should go higher. Wait, has been spent, like it has, yeah, spending time at this level. Let me see if it is yeah, there's nothing, but it makes sense to me if you draw a line like this. um, I would say band, not just line. Then this is a heavy resistance. Maybe I'll make it more obvious. Orange. You see, it makes sense because it has to penetrate this one, correct? So that's why it's taking time. But once we should be able to get through, in my opinion. and then go for R11 and 12 and so on, right? So that's Aave. ADA, I think very similar. If you draw this line, then again it has broken about the trend. Now it's consolidating, so it could make a big move on here from here. There's no big move from ADA, but at the same time, it is also not making any crazy move on the downside, which is good. So showing very much like it's when the coin doesn't move, make a big move during consolidation, it's good sign actually. Lesser volatility is a good sign. Then it's just matter of time when it gets a right momentum, and I think ADA will break out anytime soon on the upside, of course. Algo is similar to 1 inch actually. It is trying to break about this downtrend line. What you see, you would see is many coins would a similar setup. I think I've been saying this for last few sessions that all these coin can be put together into four different categories. There are not many flavors, three four flavors actually somewhere, like, and you will notice that. So this is also trying to break about this downtrend line. Either they are trying to break about the downtrend line or horizontal resistance or on move, that kind of a thing. Or from a level point of view, they could be near the bottom, at a mid level, or near the all-time high. So nothing different at this moment, and they are ahead of each other. I mean, they are more or less at a different pace and position. So even this week or maybe next week, we are not going to see anything different, in my opinion. After a couple of weeks, I think they will have pretty different uh, behavior comparatively. Right now, you will see more or less similar behavior. So Atom had a quick drop. So for an example, Algo, um, it was like more like you can draw a line from here. Atom, you can draw a line from here. Yeah. So that's the only difference, because there is a gap amount of bounce and all. Band, if you look at band and Atom, what is the difference? I don't see any difference. Little bit of difference, of course, in price, but pattern wise more or less similar. BNB has been very strong, as I've been saying this one long time. It's not about big move, it's about stability, and this is one of the strongest coins during this tough time. Now it's just matter, it's near breakout here. Just it's just matter of time. You will see BNB around 400 levels very soon. BZRX, okay, this is also similar. You see, if I flip this to band, what is the difference? What is the difference? There's no difference. All right. BZRX has done well for last 3 days. Now the coming back to my earlier point, 3 days it BZRX was like really buzzing. Should you change? It's your choice. I don't think it will keep on doing the same for um you know you know same, because there will be some consolidation correction. Some other coin will do for 3 4 days and so on. So no, answer is no, you cannot just change based on that. But if you are having it, there's no need to even get out of it. We're not going to change because it has moved up for last 3 days, because from a structure point of view, you can say it has done well because it was behind. Yeah, so band is very similar, even Atom very similar, right? CELR had a correction earlier than other coins from March actually. So this is interesting. It has topped out earlier than all other coins, which is different that way. So that's why you see the slope is different. If you look at any other coin, they topped out in May, not in March, not this week, somewhere. So they basically, if you click on any coin, BNB or they topped out in month of May. However, the CELR topped out in month of March. So that's why you see the it has a different pattern altogether. But so only difference is the trend line is longer, but it is a downtrend line even. And so this is all resistance zone, and then somewhere here, because it has a longer one, it requires more height for it to break above. So I would say, right, this has been moving nicely, and you can always draw a trend line from here as well, and you see nice. So CLR is really looking good to me now. It's on move. So Doge is consolidating. Nothing exciting about Doge, but this is a crazy coin. You know that, right? It could generate, or create a huge candle like this, because it has done it so many times that I don't have to even mention. Right? Never just this is a giant, right? This giant, whenever it wakes up, it is going to make big move, and it doesn't care what percentage gain it is right now having. It can cover, and it can buy, and it can cover, and it can actually dominate all the coins. It has that potential. It has shown that in recent past. And as far as percentage gain also, it has beaten all the coins in terms of percentage gain. So, and so this is a promising coin anyways. This coin is not dead, and this coin is not a joke. Anyone who thinks and laugh at this coin, my my take is, will will be will be under shock, if not shock but surprise down the line. Oh, that it was a mistake that I laughed at this coin. DOT, excellent move for last few days, consistent move. So we can expect it to continue its recovery. Mm, so downtime, I mean, so this is a very steep, very different one, like aggressive drop, made a new low. Not many coins made new low. It has made new low right that day. But that's how it move. I mean, it's a different way. Yeah, it's different. But now nice recovery. So we have to see how fast it recovers from here on. EGLD, no action for last few days. Not bad. ETH has been doing very well. It is moving up nicely, consistently. And even if the Bitcoin is down by 2%, ETH is not, which is very good. I mean, this is what I observed for last few days, that ETH is more resilient even. Of course, I haven't measured the percentage gain and all, but that's not a problem. I think moving pretty nicely. So we can expect Ethereum to touch 2800 as the next level, next immediate level. That's the next resistance level, approximately this range, 2800. So it has been doing well. And our live test trade also pretty well. There were a lot of ups and downs, but it's stayed long and profitable. FIL is something similar to CELR, where the CELR, this coin, Filecoin, topped out in month of April, CALR in March, and most of, or almost all the coins in May, month of May. So you see very different pattern, and very aggressive actually correction It has the so this coin did wonderful, made wonderful move, and the same time made really scary move on the downside. The one thing, what it is trying to tell, it's a volatile coin, for sure. So this coin is a fast moving coin, super fast moving coin, and yeah, not sure how it behaves in future, but so far it was like, there's no I mean, it has a great potential as far as use case is concerned, but retention of value point of view, it hasn't been a good coin. However, what is important is it hasn't broken a trend. If you draw a trend line like this, it actually bounced from this trend line. So, and so this is not a, it behaved pretty well. So trend was maintained. Only thing is the swing is too so much. I would say high, or I would say with great range, that this was scary to me. In a way, if you're holding, then it's scary. Let's see how it does, like in rest of the months this year. I mean, what it does, we don't know yet, but use case is solid. FTM. FTM is also now, it has a very different pattern. If you look at this, is a mm, centerpiece, and then this is a right hand side, and then now this is complete, kind of completed the pattern, and then moving up, little different pattern, where you see the centerpiece is more evident here, not like CELR, where which was like moving. So this is something additional in between, or different. GRT is also what I said for F file. I think I would say the same, so I will not repeat. Strong use case, but price wise, shocking. It was not able to retain it. Where HNT, which is not so famous, but I think mining coin. I met someone who said HNT, people are like very kind of, their community is very, what should I, supportive, and they're holding it. I said it's interesting to know. And they you could mine with a small hardware, and so they are interested to mine and hold and all. That's what he was telling me. He has a small mining machine in his garage. uh, Interesting. Anyway, so HNT, to be honest, I wasn't sure HNT would do so good during this tough time. So it definitely surprised me. It was able to retain as if nothing happened. This is like more or less flat, movement. Not even anything. Even there were crazy downside move, but it was able to recover very quickly. Impressive. Here is ICP. So ICP on a larger scale, it has retested this bottom, so we can say this is bottomed out here. Okay, and here it is trying to break above this trend. The first big thing was complete, like this steeper downtrend is broken above. Now it's resting on it, and this is consolidation. So um, I'm expecting a big move here from here onwards, um, touching 60s, and then eventually 75 or something like that. And then this coin is also, this coin doesn't have long history, so very hard to say, or you know we can comment about it, but it hasn't made any, it hasn't seen uptrend actually, because ever since it listed it was under downtrend, right? Because the listing or beginning was during that time. So we haven't seen how it will perform on the upside. It listed at a higher price, but listed during the short-term bearish trend, right? So that's why we haven't seen how its potential when everything is green and good. But couple of candles that I saw, it's a fast moving coin from its nature. So again, I won't care about short term movement, because if this coin has the ability to make 30% move in a day or so, it can quickly reach these levels. So that's why any coin with this kind of nature, I think I won't mind as long as they are maintaining that their level. I'm not going to compare with other coin, because they can cover the ground very quickly. I thought similar to other coin like we saw Atom and PCRX, very much similar, nothing special. KAVA is making good progress. Very few coins, if you look at it, is near approaching near high, previous high. They are most of the coins are approaching the mid level, and this is like pretty good height in my opinion. So progress wise, this is faster moving coin and volatile too, of course. KCS has been very good actually. I like the clean movement. There's no surprising movement, or there's no crazy movement from KCS. Very decent moving coin, as far as chart is concerned. Of course, price action is concerned. Now you see how nicely it's consolidating and making a nice candle on the upside. So you can expect it to consolidate here at 14, create a base, I mean a layer, you know, and spend some time around 14 again, and then make a move for 18 and so on. And then then it will actually align. So if you look at this, if you look at this pattern, this there is a symmetry very much. If you look at, this is a left hand side, this is a centerpiece, then uptrend, and the down in a right hand side. So you can say it is going to create an a mirror image. I am sure you will be able to see that. If I may draw it, if I draw this center line vertically like this, you will be able to see left right left, sorry, left right, and then so somewhere again it is creating right hand side of this pattern. So awesome, one of the good ones. And I think from a bigger picture point of view, because the rejection was from the previous all-time high, you can expect it to reach again the same level, 19th 19 USDT. Again, some consolidation there and a break above. I'm talking about a longer term trend. And so this coin has great potential. Okay, KSM, one of the weakest one so far we have seen, because it's still near the low. Anyway, so maybe we'll give some more time. We'll see later. Link has been very good. So if Link continue to do what it did in last 3 4 days, then, or I would say last 1 week, then we might see it in. I mean, it reminded me of its earlier, earlier. I would say, how do I put? Yeah,
Glorious days.
glorious days. Yeah, exactly. It reminded me, and in fact, yesterday I was thinking that if it continues the way it continuing, maybe we should think about this coin for our indicator. I was ignoring this one because it wasn't doing better than Ethereum. So I thought, if we already chose Ethereum, why should I take Link? Otherwise, this was one of the choices, but I dropped just based on its performance. But if it does well, then I can reconsider. So because it has a good support from community available in all exchanges, a good use case, a good history, good long term, I mean good amount of data for me to test and so on. So it fits all the criteria. Only thing is, there was no edge or advantage compared to Ethereum in terms of gain, so that's why I didn't go for it. Otherwise, this was one of the obvious choices. Anyways, we'll see. Okay, Litecoin, not bad. For last few days, I see some momentum and showing a good sign to me. Even today, it's not doing. I mean, I'm not trying to measure directly with Bitcoin, but it's always good to see that it is not. It is like it is not. It hasn't lost value compared to Bitcoin, which is good to see. Like what I said for Ethereum, because this Ethereum and Litecoin and few other coins move very closely with BTC. And when I see Litecoin not dropping more than Bitcoin, it's a good sign. I mean, it's a good sign, really good sign. Matic is at rest, but this is a crazy coin, you know that. Once it wakes up, it can just make a huge move. So I'm not going to judge this coin because this is one of the excellent coins. And right now, this is number second coin that I'm right now testing for the indicator. So because this is widely used and spreading, community is strong, good amount of data and availability of on different exchanges and so on, and of course the amazing performance. MKR is not bad actually, you know what, it's making good progress, pretty good, not bad. NKN is on move. This guy could make a big move in next few days. I mentioned in I think I mentioned, I posted, I think. So yeah, right now it has broken above this previous support, you see. Now it is on move. So this can show some big move in coming days. And this coin has also had that firepower. If you look at it, it got some firepower and it shown that firepower. So also this topped out in April, not in May. Similar to Filecoin, if you look at it pattern wise, you can open and see. Maybe I can have a quick flip. I can, let's say, very similar, if not exactly same, but very similar. But this is more structure is more. I mean, I like the structure better than Filecoin. So NKN has a potential. OGN, nothing great about OGN for now. We'll see. RLC did a really good job. Last time I added this one, I think a couple of weeks ago, that this is how I'm expecting it to move. Remember, and it is really following that way, which is really good to see. And it has hit the resistance R1 yesterday. Very precise, very accurate move. And that then retracement that you see is obviously because this is resistance, but that's not a problem. This is not loss of value, it's just a natural reaction near the resistance. This is on move, and that's why I give R2 today. So RLC is also in good move. SKL tried to break above and it is able to break above actually by little margin, but this is a band and it's consolidating, looking very positive. Last few days were really good. Today it's flat. Last 2 days is like little flat, but should be okay in coming days, and you can expect it to hit around 37.37 level in coming days, and then a higher level. SOL, I think it's getting some momentum in looking really good to me. It has broken about this downtrend and now heading for R10. R10 was the point of rejection earlier. You can expect it to hit R10 now. Again, it is not going to ignore R10, some reaction, and then going for R12. Why don't we have R11? I don't know. Maybe I deleted. I don't- I'll have to check. Maybe I deleted a line. We have, otherwise maybe the numbering is wrong. I don't remember now. Anyways, so 41.8 is the next resistance, and then this one. So this is coming back on track. Yeah. So, but yeah, one you would you will see some reaction over here. It's not going to just ignore it. SRM has broken above the previous support, which was a resistance earlier, right? So which is a good sign. Also, you see a touch, which is a retest, and now it's heading up, looking good to me. SRM is in a good position, and I see momentum, very consistent move. You see, which is a good sign. Sushi so far not bad, nothing great about it for now. TEL is now near the previous support, trying to break above. It's a resistance, so the whole entire zone, this is a resistance zone, because from trend line point of view and also from a previous support, which is now resistance. So, but yeah, right now it's getting really facing tough time. But anyway, so this is one of the good ones as well, coin performance wise. I think this is also similar. Top, oh no, this is topped out in May. It did its job in May, touching R3, then, but now it's recovering fast. Once it comes into this zone, should be back in the game. I mean, it's still in the game. What I mean is back to its run. And this is also, it has proven that it could make huge moves. So we'll give some time. Theta, I think very similar to SKL at this moment, where we expect it to make a move and then hit this orange line. Uni is approaching the next resistance from where it got rejection earlier. Now again it will touch and do something and then go for the next higher level. Probably R11, that's R11, sorry, R9, and this is I think R8, if this R10. Very similar. After this one, you can expect it to be you, point you can expect it to touch point 1 point 1 to 5 level, spend some time here, and then look for higher level. VRA, not bad right now, nothing major, staying above the previous supports, which is good that it's resting here. Waves in a good position, like it is similar to Bitcoin, very similar, where it had three lower end, like very similar to Bitcoin. No new low, and, still very much identical pattern actually. And this is near the previous high and so on. Not bad. WRX, this is very similar to CELR. If you compare, it topped out in April, month of April, and then moving downward. So this is very much similar to CELR. If you, I'll just quickly show you. You see, very much. It's very hard to even find out the difference if I don't tell you this is the coin. So it's pretty much, so it has to break above the strand. Right now it's taking time. Zen wants to go up, I know. It got rejection here, and it's going to try again. So next time it should be able to break above. For now, there's nothing great about Zen. Zilliqa has charged up in last 2 3 days, and you can see that it spent some time near the previous support and now making a move on the upside. So this is on move. Right, with that note, I think we covered all the coins. Um, right, so far so good. And as I said, different coins will make move on different days. And right now, it's all about recovering. It's all about regaining what they lost. And if Bitcoin does what I mean, continue with what I mean, continue doing what it has done for last few days, then all these alts will get chance to recover. Maybe we can have a quick look at the dominance chart, which I will show. The Bitcoin dominance has hit the resistance. Those who are aware, the support was given earlier and then direction on the bar. So and then it got rejection here, pull, then retracement, and then Bitcoin started dominating again. So this is interesting. Um, I mean, you can draw a descending triangle here. Sorry, my bad. Ascending triangle like this and extend this one something like this. Correct. I'm interested to see what it does here because you know what, this is actually very bullish pattern. Maybe we'll see some drop here, but I cannot say for sure now because Bitcoin is really in commanding position, and in that case, it could simply we don't want. I mean, I'm talking about a big picture here. Maybe a little correction here. It's not a price but dominance. So maybe little downside move on this one and then break above. So in that case, it would be very interesting. But you never know. I think this pattern is little tricky because this is actually at an angle. Hmm, like this. And some if in that case this can be continuation pattern actually speaking. This is a now this became a pennant actually. It's not a ascending triangle, so if in that case it could really go down from here. I think I'll give some time for it and watch out further. This is interesting. Okay, so I think we're good now. I'll talk to you later next week.
And you may